reading friends, this is Sarah. Today I'm going to read the story Winnie the Pooh, Is My Shirt Getting Smaller? Roo is faced with a problem. His shirt is getting smaller and everything around him is shrinking. What could have happened? Read along with me and find out. I have my young reading friend here. Mazin, you ready? Okay, we'll start. Roo hopped out of bed early one morning and put on his favorite shirt. But this morning something was different. Today Roo had to tug very hard just to get it over his head. When he did, the shirt seemed tight. Is my shirt getting smaller? He wondered. So suddenly Roo is quite shocked to see that his shirt has gotten smaller. What is the color of your favorite shirt, Mazin?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay, that's good. And Roo's favorite shirt, what is the color?
Blue.
Blue. At breakfast, Roo sat in the same chair he sat in every day. But this time, Roo's feet almost touched the floor. I don't think this has ever happened before, thought Roo. Oh no, is my chair getting smaller too? Now he's worried that his chair is getting smaller. Here's your oatmeal, said Kanga, handing Roo his favorite bowl. Roo ate it all, but he wanted more. That must have been a smaller bowl than I usually have, he thought. So that should be a small bowl because he could finish it so fast. Mama, Roo said, everything in our house is shrinking. Really? Kanga said with a smile. What makes you think so, dear? Well, said Roo, this morning my shirt got smaller and when I sat down my feet could almost touch the floor. And look, Roo held up his empty bowl. I ate up all my oatmeal, which I never do. My bowl must have gotten smaller too. Huh, said Kanga thoughtfully. I wonder what's happening. So, what all do you think got shrunk? His shirt,
And his chair and his bowl.
his chair, his bowl. Yes, everything is shrinking. Before Kanga had a chance to explain, Tigger came bouncing through the door. Ho, 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 buddy boy, called Tigger. And good morning to you, Mrs. Kanga. Tigger, Tigger, cried Roo, jumping up and down. Our house is shrinking. You don't say, said Tigger. That would be something. What if everything in the wood is getting smaller? Asked Roo. We'd better go investigate, said Tigger as he and Roo bounced out the door. What does investigate mean?
Like, we'll look at it and then check if it's getting smaller.
Yes, to find out. Good. Their first stop was the sandy pit. Roo hopped across it. Then he turned to Tigger and said, It took me only 3 hops to get across. It used to take me 5. The sandy pit must be shrinking. So now what? Many more things are shrinking. What all is
The
it?
sandy pit.
The sandy pit, the house,
And the bowl and the chair and his shirt.
and even the 100-acre wood. What do you know? The wood is getting smaller. Yippee, shouted Tigger. Then for once Tigger paused to think. At least I think. Let's go tell everyone, said Roo, leading Tigger towards Owl's house. So they're going to Owl's house, which is on top of a tree. Owl, owl, Roo called out, but there was no answer. Tigger and Roo climbed up anyway. Owl wasn't home, but his friend saw a note pinned to his door. There he is, cried Tigger, over in that tree. Come here, little buddy, and I'll carry you down. I can get down by myself, said Roo. Then Roo's eyes got big and round. But I never could before. Owl's tree must be shrinking. So now we have one more thing that is shrinking. That is
Owl's tree.
Owl's tree. Yes, let's see. Owl, Roo cried from down below. We have something to tell you. Owl flew down to greet his friends. I hope it's good news on this wonderful morning. You see, my little friends have finally grown big and strong enough to fly. And I'm teaching them how. So Owl is teaching all the little birds to fly. Then Owl turned and called out as loudly as he could. Everyone fly on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Suddenly the air was filled with little birds, swooping and soaring along. Very good, called Owl. Then he turned to Tigger and Roo. Now what is it you wanted to tell me? Your house is shrinking. The sandy pit is shrinking. The wood is shrinking, said Roo, hopping up and down. They were so excited. Ridiculous, but true, said Tigger. Oh dear, said Owl. Then he called to his little friends. Everyone's practice flying home. Lessons are over for the day. Let's go see if Pooh looks the same, said Tigger. He might be shrinking too. They knocked on Pooh's door, but no one answered. Then Tigger looked inside and said, Nobody's home. Let me see, said Roo, looking in the window. Oh no, I could never reach the window before. Pooh's house is shrinking. We've got to find him and tell him. So now Roo could reach the window. So now he has to tell Pooh that the house is shrinking. Hello there, called Pooh as he and Piglet walked up the path. Looking for someone? You, Pooh boy, said Tigger. We've come to tell you something important. Everything is shrinking, cried Roo. First my shirt got smaller. Then my chair got so little my feet could almost touch the floor. And Roo only needed 3 hops to cross the sandy pit instead of 5. Oh dear, said Pooh, we'd better go and see if my thinking spot is shrinking too. On the way to Pooh's thinking spot, the friends stopped at the pond. Then Tigger called out to ducklings that were gliding by behind their mother. Hello there, ducklings. When you grow up to be the same size as your mom, let's all go for a swim. So that's what, the little ducklings have to grow so big. Brother, said Pooh as he sat down in his thinking spot. If everything in the 100 Acre Wood is getting smaller, maybe the ducklings will always be ducklings. Seeing the ducklings gave Owl an idea. Roo, said Owl, I think we need to visit the climbing tree. As the friends gathered by their favorite place to swing, Owl told Roo to reach up and grab onto the lowest branch. Roo began to swing from the branch. Everyone smiled and nodded. Well, I'll be daffodil, cried Tigger. So Roo was able to reach the branch. What? Asked Roo, hopping up and down. Roo, Owl began. Remember when you were so small you couldn't reach that branch even when you hopped your highest and held your arms straight up? Now you can swing with no problem, said Piglet. So the wood isn't shrinking, Roo, said Pooh, and your shirt isn't getting smaller. So what is happening, do you think?
He is getting bigger.
Yes, it's just that you are getting bigger, cried Roo. Hooray for me. So what do you think? What do you need to grow bigger?
Healthy food,
Yeah. Proteins and vegetables and fruits. Don't you think you need a lot of exercise?
Yeah.
Yes. And then what else? In the night, what are you supposed to do to grow big?
Read.
And sleep. Yes, read and sleep well. And for plants, what do they need to grow?
Water.
Water
And sunlight.
and sunlight. Very good. Thank you.